My child, I am speaking to you with an urgency. Please pay complete attention to the next few minutes, because your family is in danger, and if you ignore my voice now, you will regret later with tears in your eyes. Child, I am warning you ahead of time, because there are two people nearby your home who are spying on your family, and they are planning something sinister that you can even imagine. Child, listen closely, for the details of this message are not meant to instill fear, but to prepare you, to protect you, to lead you into a time of prayer, and to build a wall of safety around your loved ones. What I am about to reveal will require your complete attention and action. These two people you do not know well. They appear to be friendly. They appear to be normal in every way, but their hearts are full of darkness. They hide behind smiles, behind polite words, but I see what lies deep within their souls, and they are deceivers. They have been gathering information about your family, watching, studying, and plotting. They know when you leave the house. They know who comes and goes. They have taken note of your patterns, your routines, and your vulnerabilities. Their plans are unfolding now, even as you hear these words. Do not be fooled by their outward appearances. Do not think that this is some minor issue, or that it will pass without consequence. They have been plotting something that would bring destruction, something that will affect your entire family, and they have no mercy in their hearts. Child, I have allowed you to hear this warning, because I am giving you a chance to take action. They are planning to strike when you least expect it, in a moment of weakness, in a moment when you feel secure. But I, your God, see all, and I am providing you with this message so that you can move with wisdom, so that you can foil their plans before they even begin. You must take precautions immediately. Do not delay. Check the locks on your doors, strengthen the security around your home, be mindful of who comes close to your household. Change your routines, make it difficult for them to track you. Tell your family to be on high alert, and do not let strangers into your home. But most importantly, child, you must pray. There is a spiritual battle happening that you cannot see with your eyes, and it is time to cover your family under the shelter of my wings. Remember, Psalm 91 is your weapon, your shield, your sword in this time of danger. Recite it daily. Teach it to your family. Declare it over your home. Speak these words with authority, with faith, and with trust in me, your God, who never fails you. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Child, when you speak my word, you build a fortress around your family that no evil can penetrate. These two people will try to lure you into a false sense of security. They will try to disguise their evil intentions with acts of kindness. But do not be deceived. You must stay vigilant in prayer. Pray Psalm 91 in the morning, pray it in the evening, pray it when you feel anxiety or fear. The enemy wants to sow fear into your heart, but I, the Lord your God, bring you peace that surpasses all understanding. I bring you strength when you feel weak. I bring you wisdom when you are confused. The enemy may try to come against you, but I am your shield. No weapon formed against you will prosper, and every plan of the enemy shall be revealed and crushed in the name of Jesus. Remember, my child, that I do not leave my people unguarded. Just as I protected Daniel in the lioness den, just as I protected my servant David from the hand of Saul, I will protect you and your family. But you must take action now. You must be diligent and obey my instructions. Watch where you go. Avoid unnecessary contact with people who seem out of place. even if they appear friendly. Be wary of unfamiliar vehicles or people lingering near your home. Inform your family to be cautious, and do not let your guard down even for a moment. They are planning to strike when you least expect it. They want to cause chaos to bring division and harm to your household. But I am giving you a strategy to overcome this attack before it happens. You must take this seriously, child. Do not ignore my voice. Remember, Psalm 91 is not just a prayer, it is a promise. When you dwell in my presence, when you make me your refuge, I send my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. My angels are mighty warriors, and they stand ready to defend you, but you must invite my presence into your home through prayer. Child, do not fear, for I am with you. I have given you everything you need to stand firm against this attack. I have given you my word, my spirit, and my angels. Nothing will harm you if you obey my instructions, if you move with wisdom and prayer. In the coming days, you may see signs that what I am saying is true. You may notice strange behavior, you may feel uneasy, or you may sense something is off. Do not ignore these signs. They are confirmation that this warning is not in vain. Pay attention to my leading, for my spirit will guide you, will tell you what to do, and when to do it. Child, prayer is your greatest weapon in this battle. I have given you the authority to pray for your family, for your children, for your spouse, for every person who dwells in your home. Do not underestimate the power that lies in your prayers. Every time you lift up their names before me, you are covering them in a spiritual shield. No harm can come to them when you stand in the gap, interceding for them. Pray without fear, pray with boldness. Pray with the knowledge that I am listening and that I am moving on your behalf. You see, my child, prayer is not just words, it is the activation of my power in your life. Prayer opens the doors for miracles to happen. It brings heaven to earth. When you pray, you are joining forces with me, and there is nothing that can withstand us when we move together. But I am calling you to go further, to pray not only for your family but for everyone around you. Do not limit your prayers to just those who are close to you. My son taught you to pray even for your enemies. This is the time to do so. Do not carry bitterness or anger in your heart, but bring everyone who opposes you before me in prayer. Child, you may not understand the power of praying for your enemies, but let me tell you this, when you pray for them, you are releasing my hand to work in their lives. You are inviting me to bring change, to bring healing, and even to bring conviction where there is sin. When you pray for them, you show that you are willing to forgive, just as I have forgiven you. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. When you pray for your enemies, you disarm the powers of darkness that try to operate through them. You block the attacks of the enemy and open the door for me to transform hearts. Do not forget that I love them too. No one is too far gone for my mercy to reach. Pray for their salvation. Pray that their hearts will turn toward me. Pray that the plans of the enemy against them will be stopped. Pray that their lives will be filled with light instead of darkness. And in doing so, you will be a vessel of my grace and love. You will reflect my heart. Child, prayer builds bridges where there were once walls. It heals wounds that no human hand can touch. It changes circumstances that seem impossible to move. There is nothing that prayer cannot touch when you come to me in faith. Even when you cannot see the answers right away, trust that I am working behind the scenes, moving in ways you cannot yet see. Do not allow your heart to grow weary in prayer. Consistency is key. Pray every day for your family, even when all seems well. Pray not out of fear, but out of faith. Remember, prayer is not just a defensive measure against the enemy. It is also a declaration of my dominion and victory in your life. Let prayer be the first thing you do when you wake up and the last thing you do before you sleep. Let your home be a place of prayer. Teach your family to pray together. There is great power when families pray in unity. When you pray together, you create an atmosphere in your home where my presence dwells. You build a spiritual wall of protection around your family that no evil can penetrate. Prayer unites you with my purposes. It draws you closer to me, and it opens the windows of heaven over your life. Child, I am calling you to be a prayer warrior in this time. Do not take this lightly. Your prayers are needed now more than ever, not just for your family, but for the nations, for the church, for your neighbors, for the world. There is a spiritual battle taking place, and you must take your place in it. Pray for the lost. Pray for those who are caught in darkness. Pray for those who do not know me, for they are in need of my salvation. Pray that their eyes will be open to the truth, that their hearts will be softened to receive my love. Pray that my light will shine in the darkest places. Pray that revival will come to your land. Pray that hearts will be turned back to me, and that my kingdom will come on earth as it is in heaven. When you pray, you become a partner with me in bringing my will to pass on the earth. Your prayers are a seed that will bring a harvest of blessing, a harvest of protection, a harvest of salvation. Do not underestimate what your prayers can accomplish, for I have given you authority to speak my word into every situation. Child, never stop praying. Pray with all your heart. Pray with faith. Pray knowing that I am with you, that I hear you, and that I am moving on your behalf. My beloved children. My beloved children. I speak to you today with a heart full of love, compassion, and protection. Know that my presence surrounds you at every moment of your life, whether in joy or sorrow, peace or turbulence. I am the creator of all things, the one who sees every aspect of your life, and I stand as your shield and your refuge. I watch over you, my children, and over your families with a love that is beyond what you can comprehend. My protection is unwavering and eternal. You are never alone, for I have placed my hand upon you and your loved ones, guiding your steps and guarding your hearts. I have always been your protector and always will be. My word is true and cannot fail. I send angels to encamp around you, ensuring your safety and keeping you from unseen dangers. Even when you walk through the darkest valleys, I am with you. I am the one who rescues you from trouble and delivers you from harm. My love is your fortress, and my faithfulness is your shield. Yet, in the same breath that I declare my steadfast protection over you, I call you, my children, to a life of vigilance and wisdom. While I guard you, you must also guard yourselves. Though I walk beside you, I also call you to walk with discernment. In a world where light and darkness coexist, I ask you to be wise, to be aware, and to remain sober in spirit and in mind. This world is full of challenges, both visible and invisible. There are forces at work that seek to distract, deceive, and destroy. And while I am mightier than any power in this world, I have given you the responsibility to remain awake, to stay alert to the signs around you, and to be careful in your choices. This is not because I am limited, but because you are my beloved children, created with the power of free will and the ability to think, to decide, and to act. You must not sleep spiritually in this season, my children. The times are calling for greater awareness, deeper understanding, and a readiness to act according to the wisdom I have placed within you. Be sober, be vigilant, for your enemy, the adversary, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. But fear not, for greater is the one who is in you than he who is in the world. The adversary has no power to destroy you when you stand firm in me, but he can lead you astray if you are not attentive. This is a call to live with intention, to walk in wisdom, and to be conscious of the environment in which you find yourself. I ask you to look around, observe the patterns, the movements, the influences in your life. Some of these are blessings and others are distractions. There are voices that speak life, but there are also voices that subtly lead you away from my truth. Pay attention to the company you keep, the thoughts you entertain, the habits you cultivate. They all contribute to the path you walk. I have given you eyes to see, ears to hear, and hearts to discern. Use these gifts wisely. Do not allow the distractions of this world to dull your senses. Be aware of your surroundings, not just the physical, but the spiritual atmosphere in which you operate. There are moments when the enemy's tactics are subtle, hiding behind what seems harmless. I have given you discernment so that you may see beyond the surface, so that you may recognize what is of me and what is not. When you are attuned to my spirit, you will know when something is amiss, and I will give you the wisdom to act accordingly. Remember, my children, the enemy thrives in darkness and confusion. He seeks to cloud your judgment with fear, anxiety, and the pressures of this world. But I call you to live in my light, to walk in clarity, and to embrace the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you live with a sober mind, you are not easily swayed by the chaos around you. Instead, you remain anchored in me, the solid rock on which you stand. Your mind must be free from the intoxicating influences of this world, be it fear, doubt, or the lure of material things. You cannot serve two masters, for where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. I urge you, then, to stay grounded in my word. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. In it you will find wisdom for every situation, strength for every battle, and peace for every storm. Do not be swayed by the ever-changing winds of popular opinion, for I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My truth does not change, even when the world does. If you hold fast to my word, you will stand firm against every scheme of the enemy. I also call you to pray without ceasing. Prayer is not just an act of petition, but a posture of alignment with me. When you pray, you invite my presence into your circumstances. You sharpen your spiritual senses and align your heart with mine. Through prayer, you gain the strength to resist temptation, the wisdom to navigate life's challenges, and the peace to trust in my plan. Prayer is your greatest weapon and your deepest connection to me. It is where you will hear my voice, receive my direction, and find refuge in my presence. Understand, too, that protection does not always mean the absence of trials or difficulties. Sometimes my protection comes in the form of guidance, leading you away from situations that would harm you, or strengthening you to face the challenges that will shape you. There will be moments when you do not understand why certain things happen, but know this: I work all things for your good. Even in the midst of trials, my protection is present. I am refining you, preparing you, and building within you a strength that can only come through perseverance. I am calling you to walk in balance, trusting fully in my protection, but also taking responsibility for the choices you make. I have given you the tools to protect your heart and mind, to guard your family, and to walk in wisdom. Use them, my children. Be diligent in safeguarding your spiritual and physical well-being. Make wise decisions about what you allow into your life, your home, and your mind. The enemy looks for openings for unguarded moments, but you are not defenseless. You have my spirit, my word, and my strength to guide and protect you. Finally, I remind you that you are part of a greater body, my family, my church. You are not alone in this journey. Stand together, support one another, and encourage each other in faith. There is strength in unity, and together, you are stronger than any force that would come against you. Lift one another in prayer, share the wisdom I give you, and bear each other's burdens. In doing so, you reflect my love to the world and create a fortress of faith that the enemy cannot penetrate. My beloved children, I am always with you, watching over you with a love that is deeper than the oceans and higher than the heavens. My protection is sure, and my promises are true. But I ask you to live with intentionality, to walk with eyes wide open, and to remain vigilant. The times are urgent, and the days are filled with both opportunity and challenge. Be sober, be watchful, and be steadfast in your faith. Trust in me, for I am your shepherd. I will lead you beside still waters and restore your soul. I will guide you through the valleys and protect you from harm. But I ask that you remain attentive, that you walk in the light I provide, and that you guard your heart and mind against the snares of the enemy. I am your God, your protector, and your refuge, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. With eternal love and unwavering protection, your Heavenly Father.